All right, this next one's a little creepy. I want to see what you guys think. Okay?
It isn't.
I heard about this. Brooke likes this idea, which tells you a lot about Brooke. Listen to this story. Okay, so if you forgot your ticket to a soccer game in Argentina, it's not a problem because you can use the microchip that's been embedded under your skin by the team. An Argentinian soccer team planning experimentally to this point to offer supporters a chance to implant a microchip in their skin. Lets them walk right through, like Easy Pass in your car.
It's an Easy Pass.
You just walk right into the stadium.
But the Easy Pass is in your car, not in your wrist.
That's correct.
But see, I'm not really thinking about it in terms of sports as much as I would love to put one in my kids.
Just to know where they are?
I know it's creepy and really futuristic, but my dog has one.
Right.
And she ran away and ended up, we live downtown, and she ended up, in Harlem. And somebody did deliver her to a facility, a place, and they scanned her, and then they found us. And I honestly am not completely against chipping my children.
Have you proposed this to the girls?
I haven't. No, I thought I would do it in their sleep.
Now they know.
I would put it.
Just, Mom, Mom, what
Just
was that? Oh, I don't know. It's a mosquito. There's something about it. I don't know about the scanning and that people are like, oh, it'll help you in the subways.
Slope. You're going to be programming them to eat their vegetables with a button.
It's going to happen, though. We're scanning things with our eyes.
Yeah.
It's not just a thumbprint anymore. It's not just. So I wouldn't put it past it being done.
Couldn't we just put it in our phone? Everything's in the phone and swipe the phone.
When you get on a plane now, you can just you go like that.
How do you find your children if they somehow get kidnapped?
All right.
Really taking this going.
I'm bringing it way down.
Bring it back to the blacklist. Back to the blacklist. So the official, by the way, for the soccer team says the chip does not have a tracking device.
Oh, okay.
So they can't follow you, they claim. And it carries only basic information about the fan. My thing about this is, it's not that hard to walk in now. They have scanners on your ticket, and you go beep, and you walk in.
Except I like the tracking device. I like a little low jack on my baby.
Chip behind closed doors with a team of scientists.
I want a baby low.
Yeah.
Baby low jack. That's what I want.
Aparte que maneja de seguridad, no es el último de más mínimo. Es una idea para que el socio tenga otra alternativa, quiera, es algo más bien lúdico y novedoso para el
That's because of a proposed law by Kuwait that would require people coming to visit to submit DNA tests so they can tag anyone who comes into the country. This database would be the first of its kind in the world, and if you don't take it as an invasion of privacy, the application is somewhat wonderful if you're an officer investigating. Terrible news if you're a producer of Law & Order.
6 o'clock, the White House has announced new initiatives to increase gun safety by incorporating smart gun technology. The Obama administration wants to design child-proof weapons. So-called smart guns utilize fingerprint recognition. One prototype only allows a gun to fire if the owner is wearing a watch with an electronic recognition chip.
Tonight, would you want to live forever? How about your parents? Would you want to be able to ask their advice long after they're gone, or maybe even spend an afternoon with a deceased spouse?
As CBS 2 explores, cloning a loved one is no longer the stuff of science fiction because of digital immortality. Bina is obviously not a real woman, but she does have the mind of one.
I think there'll probably come a time when robots like Bina will be living amongst us.
She's a clone, sharing not only the appearance of a very real woman named Bina Rothblatt, but also her exact memories, attitudes, and beliefs.
This is one opportunity for us to start thinking about changing the way we look at what it means to be human.
It's technology we've so far only seen in movies.
Self-awareness, manipulations. Now, if that isn't true reality, what is?
But in real life, Bina is one of the first clones to be implanted with a mind file, representing an actual person's consciousness. The robot can even see thanks to facial recognition software, so she actually knows who she's talking to. As many as 56,000 people have already signed up on the Foundation's website to start uploading the contents of their minds with the hopes of being cloned.
It's fascinating, but I think this has a lot of emotional, psychological ramifications.
Neuropsychologist Dr. Sanam Hafez says while the technology is incredible, it has the potential to interfere with the natural progression of human life.
The way this world works is someone passes away, you get divorced, you move on.
But in the future, the robots will not only be able to make the same facial expressions as the people they're modeled after, they will even sound like them. And if you, like me, are completely creeped out, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect the technology.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A little too.
A little close to home.
I'm here almost every day. Same coffee shop, same order. So where are we here?
Philadelphia. So this is people walking into a grocery store.
These aren't your average surveillance cameras. These shoppers don't know it, but a computer is scanning their faces and comparing their features to those of known shoplifters. It's called facial recognition, and it's happening at stores across North America. That's probably true in Canada as well. And the problem is, your face is almost always being scanned without your knowledge.
I think if Canadians were aware that it is a common practice, it's becoming a common practice, I think there would be some concerns.
Many companies are developing customer reward programs that allow shoppers to submit their pictures in exchange for special deals when they walk into the store and their faces are recognized. You can opt in and opt out, but there are no regulations.
Imagine a pharmacy tracking your purchases. Every single purchase you make, even the ones you make in cash. Or imagine a stranger pointing a smartphone at you and being able to identify you by name and pull up your online dating profile from across the room without speaking to you. This is what facial recognition can do.
And the corresponding loss of privacy is worth it.
I think so.
Hello, Mr. Yakamoto. Welcome back to the Gap. Try to overwhelmingly say selfies are more convenient than passwords and more secure. Selfies are just one example of biometrics, technology that measures our physical attributes. Some privacy advocates don't like the idea of sharing that info, but most everyone agrees it's more secure.
It's very hard to counterfeit your face or your fingerprint.
As companies like Amazon, Google, and Apple explore new ways to use biometrics, by next year, over 1 billion people could be using these systems to pay their bills. So in our selfie-obsessed culture, your picture could soon be worth 1,000 passwords.
Well, tonight, this video taking aim at Target's new inclusive bathroom policy going viral. The policy allows those in the transgender community to use the restroom where they are most comfortable.
Let me just put this phone in my shirt pocket here. We're going to go inside and talk to them about their new bathroom policy.
Using a hidden camera, Andy Park of Clearwater walked into a St. Pete Target and asked to use the ladies' restroom.
Sometimes I get uncomfortable in the men's room.
In the video, Park walks up to the customer service desk. The employee, almost stunned by the request, calls a supervisor.
I just came by because I wanted to make sure that I was allowed to use the women's room before I went in.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yes.
The country's highest military court weighing in on the case of a Marine who was court-martialed. She argues it was partly for her expressing her Christian faith. Monifa Sterling posted a single Bible verse in several locations around her desk. Her supervisor said the language was, quote, combative, and ordered her to take it down. But Monifa refused and was charged for disobeying orders. The text read, quote, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, end quote, a play on the verse from Isaiah that reads, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
It's a discovery many people have heard of before.
That's charred but not gone.
The pages of a Bible.
You know, at first glance, I thought it was just gone.
Unscathed from a fire. Chris Alamir saw it for himself last week.
When I opened it up and saw that the pages weren't even burnt, I mean, I was just...
There's a Bible.
It was a total shock.
Alamir made the discovery while helping salvage items for residents at Arbor Ridge of Eden, where he works security at night.
Room is completely torched. I mean, the room is fully involved. But if we look right here,
there was plenty of books in the room that were completely gone.
There's a Bible.
And for that one book just to make it through the intense amount of heat and the intense fire that was in that room, it was, you know, like I said, it was amazing.
Alamir recorded his discovery and put it on YouTube.
I mean, check this out. We've buried the lead here at CBSN. This is dash cam video showing a streak of light, and I'm doing quote marks with my fingers, over Southern California skies Tuesday night.
The U.S. has deployed 2 of its highly advanced fighters to the Black Sea for the first time.
250 additional U.S. personnel in Syria.